Amen. Here is today's stewardship nugget. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 9 and 10 says, "Honor the Lord with thy substance and with the first fruits of all thine increase. So shall thy barns be filled with plenty, and thy presses shall burst out with new wine." What does this mean? It means that when God gives us a financial blessing, be it in the form of compensation for work performed or services rendered, or even when we receive money as a gift, we are to return a portion of that blessing to God before we do anything else with that money, before we spend it on ourselves or on others. There is a book entitled Counsels on Stewardship. That book provides practical Bible-based guidance for us on our stewardship responsibilities. In the book, the author says, not only does the Lord claim the tithe as his own, but he tells us how it should be reserved for him. He says, "Honor the Lord with thy substance and with the first fruits of all thine increase." This does not teach that we are to spend our means on ourselves and bring to the Lord the remnant, even though it should be otherwise an honest tithe. Let God's portion be first set apart. The author further states, we are not to consecrate to him what remains of our income after all our real or imaginary wants are satisfied. But before any portion is consumed, we should set apart that which God has specified as his. Long story short, as an act of love and obedience, we are to return to God a portion of what he gives us before we do anything else with that money, and trust him to bless the funds that remain. In other words, give God what's right, not what's left. May God bless you.